Hey everybody, welcome to Friday, I guess it is. We're just doing a real quick dev check-in for this. Thanks for everybody who's joining us. Also, thanks for Frozen Fire for hopping in. Hey Frozen Fire, how's it going? How you doing?
Pretty good. Like pretty for this weekend, with especially with was it Memorial Day coming up?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Memorial Day on Monday, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
people, 3-day weekend for a lot of people. So
hmm
what are you planning for your Memorial Day?
Actually, okay, a little secret. I'm kind of working on a side wild card project for the
Okay.
future. Yeah,
All
a little bit
right.
of a thing to look
You
forward to in the
you gonna
future.
keep it? Yeah. Are you keeping it all secret, or do you want to like tease anybody with what it is, or what do you think?
Well, I will say this: anyone who helps me out with it, I'll let them know what's going on.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, so they can hit you up if they wanna give you a hand with a side wild card side project, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Um, cool. Yeah, you've been streaming a lot. So you've been going through and you've been playing. Which version are you usually playing right now? You're playing like
Test build number 7.
test build number 7. Okay. Yeah. So everybody that downloads the one that's in the used to be the pre-alpha testing group. It's the
Mhm.
whatever the testing group is now. Anybody who downloads that one, it's up to 8.1 now. Um, some of the things, like obviously there still are some issues with some of those cards that you call it like one big one, which was like it was taking effect on your own cards when it was supposed to be taking effect on an enemy card, and
Uh-huh.
that was a big thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, this was just coded in the inverse basically of what it should be.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, as far as where we're going, so I know it's been or an update basically. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we last really kind of had a check in as far as like with um, the public and everything.
Mhm.
Um, uh, our progress right now is we're kind of building out a very specific uh, kind of roadmap. We're still working towards goals while that's being done, right? And from on the project management side, while that's being done, we're still like working towards goals. Um, I don't know if I made this publicly already. It's been, but like as of like last week, um, we kind of got to where uh, as far as we can progress in the game side of things to where now we're gonna have to track cards as like ones inside of the database. So specific
Mhm.
cards in the database. Um, Previously, like so, for instance, like when you're playing it, when anybody plays the version that's out there right now, right? They like you can add 4 different uh, cards of a particular type to your deck, or choose to do just one
Yeah.
or what have you. And they are kind of like inside. They are tracked a little individually. Like you see, like their level go up.
Yeah.
You see the damage condition rating get
Yeah.
affected and things like that. Um,
Mhm.
but that doesn't it doesn't it's saved locally, right? So it's not being saved um, in a database. It's not being saved so that other people could, for instance, buy that card or access that card and then do that.
Uh-huh.
Once we have this thing in the database, right, then all it is referencing that particular card from the database,
Yeah.
and then just having that on the blockchain basically. So it's the one of the first kind of big steps is building that thing out and
Mhm.
getting that process done. Um, and that's kind of what we've been working on. So last week, this week, and we'll continue kind of to work on it, working into next week. I've done some UI overhaul as well. I'm trying to make we're trying to optimize the game a little bit. Obviously, the load times are kind of crazy. Like when you start up the game and you click insert coin, it takes a while. We're trying to like work on that so that all these things load, because there's two types of loading. There's the regular load scene, and then there's like a load async. And when you do async, basically it's kind of like a background load. Other things load while it's loading. So we've kind of tried to transition to that as well, like loading up a prefab, for instance, async, so that it doesn't freeze the game, because right now it kind of freezes the game, right? You click insert coin and like it comes back non-responsive for a bit, but yeah. But what is your favorite? What is your particular favorite Nemot, would you say?
I would have to say that my go-to is Burger Dog that has the crystal link.
Okay. Is it because you like that ability, or is it because what it is?
Okay. I like it because okay, so if I can get around a decoy, which I usually have a couple of cards that can do that, it means that I can use like the extra crystal health to kind of stay in the game, you know. And even if you're behind, you can like, hey, I have enough crystal health, and maybe I can make a comeback, you know.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, and you know, unlike there are some cards. So Hearthstone, I think, maxes you out at 20, if I'm not mistaken. You can't actually your own player health can't go above that. But since we have it to where you can actually go above that, you can. You know,
I'm above it.
how high is the highest you've ever gone as far as like your health of your crystal?
60.
60? Wow. Okay. That's definitely against the AI, right?
Yeah, that's the AI part not doing the greatest job at defending. But
right, for sure. Yeah. Because I anticipate against a player that's going to be a little more evenly matched, most likely.
Oh, definitely. Because like I knew what the AI kind of had, but it's like, wait a second, why is he not doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
There are a lot of situations in which sometimes the AI plays very intelligently, and then sometimes it's just like, what is this thing doing? Like sometimes it'll buff your cards, for instance, it'll buff your Nemots. And then you're like, why are you doing that? And then another thing that tends to happen is as soon as it drops the card in and it has spell sickness, you know, and it can't attack because it's asleep that turn, it'll sometimes crystallize the Nemot then, which then just damages its crystal like by 3 and doesn't, and it can't even attack. So it only gets the negative and not the positive, you know?
Yeah, and I've actually won a couple of battles because the AI did that. Oh, by the way, Bearded Dragon says he likes the Cluckin.
Yeah, Cluckin is good. I like sorry, excuse me. I like the fact that, so the animation with the Cluckin is one of my favorite parts of it too. So it's hard to see like in game, but there's kind of like while it's doing the pecking, the little back leg kind of like has like this motion like scratching the ground. And it's pretty cool to look at. But yeah, like Clockin is pretty great too. Yeah, for sure. That's any of these things with those kind of speed up abilities. I think that as that ability bar becomes more and more useful, you know, across the different abilities and Nemots, those speed up abilities are gonna become kind of they're gonna fall into the meta, I would think, you know. What do you think?
I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing, right? Is the good thing about this is, you know, there's going to be so many cards out there and so many things out there that so many different abilities and things like that, that there is a kind of a balance through through the amount, right? Like through the fact that there are so many, then it kind of balances it a little more towards the center, because you know, even as a player, like setting up a deck, even at 30 at a 30 card deck, you're having to make a lot of like decisions, you know, what kind of cards you're bringing out there and stuff. So, and then you could bring out more different types of cards, but then you're also like messing with randomness, right? Then you've got randomness kind of issues. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. So this was kind of just supposed to be kind of like a quick kind of check-in. Did you have any questions, Frozen Fire? Actually, you ask a question. Let's hear you ask a question.
All right.
Uh-oh, Frozen Fire dropped out. He didn't have any questions. Cool. Yeah, guys. So I guess this was just kind of like this was supposed to be like a quick check-in, just to kind of like say, hey guys, here we are. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, no sorry. I'm not used to doing this on my phone.
It's all good. All right, he's going again. Let's see. All right, he'll be back. So in the meantime, I will tell you all that stuff of like, follow, subscribe. Something like click on the little bell icon so you get the notifications or something, I think it is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, so not really a question, but more of a statement.
Yeah.
I think you actually solved the way where everyone's playing the same version of the wild card. I mean,
yeah, there is a version control kind of thing that's going on. So 4.0.1, if you look at the bottom in the lobby, it has that version number, and if it's that number, then yeah, you're on the playable.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that when I was like creating the game and everything.
Yeah, that was one of the first things we kind of did was get that version. Yeah, get that version lockout system, because that's going to be necessary for like having like a loader, so like a actual thing that kind of like looks for if there's an update and then downloads it without you having to worry about it. You would just have like the wild card game, and it would have like a loader that handles all the updates and stuff. So in order to do that, you have to have a version lockout system on the server, so that it says this person doesn't have that version, they need to download this kind of thing. So
okay, yeah, like, I kind of noticing that, like, wait a second, I think they're testing something. All right. Yeah, I only got like a couple minutes left until my lunch in, so.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, well, since this is a quick check-in, we've now gone like 18 minutes or so, or I guess 14 minutes since we went live, but we'll probably cut it off there. Again, guys, we are always kind of in the Discord, so if you got questions, ping us in the Discord. Frozen Fire's always there, always talking about the meta. Always got good ideas for like which cards to play when and that kind of stuff. And also for sure check out his stream too, because some of the stuff on his stream is like, again, like you're getting the meta, you're getting kind of the expert player there, so yeah, but thanks for joining us, guys. Good to see you, and that's it.
All right, see ya.
So, bye.